Hello all, thank you for joining this webinar. Today I'll be covering different scenarios when it comes to managing your own CustomTools license. I will cover both standalone and network licensing. I expect the webinar to be 15 minutes. My name is Tim and I'm Application Specialist with HCRsoft. I've been here since 2014 but was already involved with CustomTools before that. Prior to working with software, I did metal fabrication, working as a toolmaker. With me today to answer your questions, I have Francois Simon, our sales manager of CustomTools. You can use the chat box during the session, but we will allocate time after the presentation to answer them for all of you. Let me first talk a bit about demo license and how all that works. If you do not have CustomTools and would like to try out the software, navigate to CustomTools info or hcrsoft.com. Here you will find a Try Now link. There will also be a direct link in the YouTube video for easy access. To avoid any issues, make sure that you use a company email address and then all fields should be filled out. After registration, we will send an email with license and download link, so please allow 5 minutes for this to be sent out and make sure to check your unwanted email folder. If no emails show up, then do not register again, because this will also not make it to your inbox, as we already created the account in our portal at this stage, so no further license can be made. Instead, you should send an email to support@customtools.info and specify the email used as well as the company. Then we will try and help you within 24 hours. If you have a license, then you should learn how to access the license portal as well. You can register your account using your serial number and get access to license info for your company. Make sure to always keep an eye out for emails that end up in the unwanted email folder. Once logged in, you have a dashboard where you can see your reseller info, and remember, they are your first point of contact. Under the Licenses tab, you can see the licenses available to you. In most cases, there will be only one license here, as the serial number can easily have multiple activations. Your reseller may choose to provide one license for each user, but that is not a requirement from licensing point of view. Each license is a hyperlink, which opens more license details. Before getting there, we also have a list of registered users who have access to the portal. A list of the SPRs that you are connected with is also listed in here. You can see status of the SPR and use filters to toggle closed on and off, for instance. The License tab will show all the products that are assigned to the license. You can see the amount used and the amount available still. There is also info about maintenance and date, as well as detailed info where and when a license was activated. Okay, so it's time for a bonus tip. If you click an email from support, you may be prompted with this login screen. This is a different login automatically created using your email address. This happens, for instance, if you send in a crash report or a support question. If you never saw this dialog before, then type in the email address and go next. Here you can perform the forgot password to reset it. If your account was auto-created, nobody knows your password, so reset is the only real option. Again, make sure you look in the unwanted email folder. The reset mail is most likely heading there. Now let us cover the process of activating and transferring licenses. In the first video, I'll show the activation done in CustomTools administration. The steps are quite straightforward. First, we start the activation wizard and then select to activate license. On the following page, we can select what to activate. And here, the administration itself is clearly needed, but other modules can also be activated if needed from in here. That is all there is to it. If you need to switch the computer or upgrade hardware, you should first transfer the active license. Here I'll transfer the licensed modules from CustomTools administration, similar to the activation process. In case you have strict firewall rules or is otherwise unable to activate online, you can get an offline activation file. Process is similar, but here we detect communication is blocked and display a message. The message text can be copied using Ctrl+C and then shared by email to support CustomTools info. When we have processed the request, we send back a license file, which can then be imported through the license manager. This is true in both the CustomTools administration interface as well as from within SolidWorks. The license manager in SolidWorks is placed under the question mark. From here we can perform same steps as we just saw, but here we can activate the SolidWorks add-in as well as other license modules. If moving to new PC or switching hardware, you should transfer the license off first, and the process is the same as when activating. Open the question mark menu, select the Manage CustomTools licenses, and then perform the transfer. Note that you need to do this for all licensed CustomTools applications. For instance, both the add-in as I just showed, but also the CustomTools administration and the CustomTools viewer if this is a module you have purchased. It's time for another bonus tip. From the task panel you can see if your software is under maintenance, if there is an upgrade available, which SolidWorks version the upgrade will support, as well as your reseller info. And again, your reseller is first point of contact for any support related questions. Now let us take a look at network licenses. Here your serial number will start with a 10, where a standalone license always will start with a 0. The license manager is used on a server and can have multiple licenses. In this video I will add and activate a license of CustomTools, Professional and then some other modules that are available for this license. The product drop-down will show what is available, and under that is the license info as well as usage of the license. It is possible to add more licenses, so in this case I also add license for CustomTools Standard. As you can see, using this approach, you can control exactly who has access to different modules, which is especially useful when talking about who should be allowed to export to ERP systems, for instance. Transfer of license is done similar, but you should make sure the correct license is selected in the serial number drop list before deactivating. But no worries, if you make a mistake, you can obviously just reactivate again. Time for another bonus tip. Different error messages can be shown, but common are they tell you something about the license. Either you try to activate a module you do not have license for, it's quite often the case with CustomTools Viewer, or the license is not valid for a number of reasons. This is why it's important to understand the CustomTools portal, from where you can often find reason for your issues. In some cases you upgrade to new major version, 23 to 25 for instance, and for some reason in the portal you are not allowed to use 25 version. Now this should not be possible, but it do happen on rare occasions. Also, notification about expiry is shown. Your reseller is first point of contact, and for direct customers use sales@customtools.info for expiring license question and support@customtools.info for all other license questions. Let us take a minute to see if there are any questions we should answer now.
We are in the life-saving business. We kill your routines before they kill you.